Hi, my name's Stephen Head from Archery Supplies, and behind me is a container from Europe which is coming from SSA. So I do these videos for information so people understand, because I think that if they've got something they want, it just arrives. I wish it was like that, and I'm going to say it used to be kind of like that. So today is I think it's about the 7th of July, roughly. This container was in Adelaide 2 weeks ago, okay? Customs red lighted it, whatever that meant. So we didn't really know, they just held it, which means I had to pay storage fees, okay? I'm gonna guess it cost me $2,000 in storage fees. And so I'm asking, well, why is it being flagged and what are they going to do? Because they should do something when it's being held. They should have a flag, like they go through and look for drugs, or they go through and look for, I don't know what you're looking for. All right. It's an archery supplies, and it comes from an archery shop in Europe. Right. There's no cocaine. Anyway. So anyway, they flagged it for quarantine, so it had to get fumigated. So they had to fill it with poison to kill it from any bugs. I don't know why, because there's no wood and stuff in there, but that's what they did. Now the reason why they said they did it was there's nuts and bolts in the shipment. And there is nuts and bolts. I just don't know how nuts and bolts require you to hit them with poisons and toxins to kill off any bugs. It just made no sense to me. Anyway, the nuts and bolts were for some sights, or maybe the stabilizer threads, and that would have cost me another $1,000, so to have the thing poisoned. Right, so this container, I would have ordered it in January. They would have shipped in March, and it's now the start of July, right? I don't know what's in here, because I can't remember back that far ago. Because what happens is I order stuff, and they go, we've got some stuff ready for you. And I'm like, how much stuff's ready? And they're like, we don't know. I'm like, is it a container? Is it a half container? Is it just a few boxes? I don't know. And this happens with all, when I say all manufacturers, the bigger ones. Because what I don't want, see all this space? I could have fitted double the amount of stuff in this, right? But I couldn't fit double the amount of stuff in this because they packed them all on pallets. So what they say is a container will fit, let's say, 10 pallets in, and that's it, it's full. So what they do is they load the stuff up onto pallets, they shrink wrap it, and that's one pallet, right? So I'll show you one pallet. There's one pallet here. There's me, I'm 177, I think, and there's a pallet, and I've got that amount of space on top of it. So now, if you see my videos on importing from China, they pack the things to the roof. So there would be bow cases, quivers. SSA could have said to me, Stephen, we will fill this container with a whole bunch of quivers and cases, and I would have gone beauty, because let's say I paid $7,000 for this container to be shipped in. It means I get all those goods for free freight, right? Or it reduces my overall freight cost of the shipment. Now, overall, this shipment, let's just talk rough freight costs. Costs $1,000 to move the container from the port to here, to my shop, which is a 30-minute drive. As the rain's set in, it would have cost $1,000 for fumigation. It probably costs $2,000 for the extra 2 weeks. I'm probably up for about 10 grand for this container to come in. So I'm hoping there's $100,000 worth of stock in here, because I'm trying to get it to 10%. I'm trying freight to be 10% of my overall cost. So now I go through it, I look up the invoice, and then I try and tick it off as I bring it inside. And then we pack it away and put it online. That will be a couple of days work. So that's where I'm up to, how it works, and then we try and sell the stuff. Now, just on that, I'm always big on Bitcoin, and some people have a laugh at me on it. When I ordered this container, Bitcoin was $128,000. Bitcoins are now $170,000. I try and make 10% on a container. So I try and make as much profit as it did to freight me in, right? So, and that's not profit because my wages are 10%. So I'm working on 1 or 2% margins, right? Stupid business, really stupid business. Because if I just brought Bitcoin, I would have gone up 50% on my $100,000. And with this, I'm trying to make 10 grand, but it's going to be on the goods. But then I've got the cost of labor and the cost of everything to do this container. Now, I'm going to say what makes a big difference with suppliers and manufacturers is the people who do the work. Because if you had someone, like it's just pouring down now, if you had someone who, from SSA, who would have looked at this and gone, we could fill this, we'll just contact Stephen, then we could have maybe got the freight down another, you could have fit another 20 grand in here, no problem. But we haven't. So that's where we're at, and it's pouring down. So in the rain, we're going to unpack this container. So that's the purpose of this video. And I've got to find what was in this shipment. So anyway, I'm Stephen Hand. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.